Okay, let's soccer live. Hey everyone, welcome to Fantasy Football. We had a wonderful draft yesterday. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who showed up and participated, and the wonderful 10 players we're going to have this year. It's going to be an awesome year. Hey, just really quick, I'm going to put a quick video together to show you how to swap players in and out of your starting roster and when and why and how, or when and why you'd want to do that. So let's get into it. So this is the homepage for ESPN. I'm going to go over here and we're going to get into our league. So your team should pop up automatically. It goes right to your team page, and this is your team. These are your starters. This is your bench players down here. Just real quick, also getting around. Here's the league homepage. This is kind of an overall page for our league that shows who all's matched up and whatnot, and maybe some activity that's going on. It'll probably don't know. It'll show you who, if you pick up a player or whatnot. I'll do a separate video on how to add players. That's worth a separate video, I think, because I just want to make these quick. But yeah, this is kind of the main areas of these two areas are kind of the main areas of our league. So let's go back to my team. So I have these are your starters. Again, this is your bench. So there are three main reasons why you would want to move or swap out players. The first is a bye, meaning your player doesn't play that week. The second main reason, this is important too, are injuries. Say a player gets injured and he's not playing, so you got to swap him out with the bench player. And then third, and to a lesser extent, sometimes players have a bit more favorable matchups than other players, and they might be fairly close as far as ability goes. You're probably going to want to swap them out with a much favorable matchup because while you see these players and it's just mainly stats, they actually really are going out and playing. I mean, this is live. Tyler, for instance, Tyler Boyd, they're going to go out and play Minnesota. Well, Minnesota's a bit better this year. They have a bit better defense from what I understand. So here's a good example. So your bench typically goes in the first player up the roster is going to be a better player. So whatnot. So I would probably be putting in Ronald Jones over David Johnson if I had to swap out with a running back. But in our case, we have Tyler Boyd, pretty good player, not bad. He's about a wide receiver 3, they say. That's about right. He's supposed to put up 12.4 points against Minnesota. That's great. Not so sure. Again, Minnesota is much better this year. I'm thinking of Laviska Shenault Jr., who is Tyler Boyd's a little bit better, but he's not drastically better. So kind of comparable. This guy says he's putting up 12. He could be better against the Texans. This is a very favorable matchup for this guy right here that's somewhat comparable to Tyler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these players out. I'm going to swap out Tyler for Laviska Shenault, and bam, he is in there, and he's going to be playing. I'm going to put him in there. Most likely, I'll be putting him in there against Houston, a team that is in total disarray, versus a guy who has a bit less favorable matchup. Laviska has a highly favorable matchup. So again, that's how you do that. Let's do one more. Let's just say Kareem Hunt got injured. This guy got injured, and I have to swap him out. He has an injury. I'm going to swap him out with the first guy, Ronald Jones. He's the first. You're going to want to typically swap him out with the first the first spot here on your backup. So I'm going to swap him out, and bam, Ronald Jones is playing, easy peasy. That's hypothetical. I'm gonna swap him back, but so those are the reasons why you'd want to swap players, and that's how to do it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'm going to do one more on how to add players. And if anybody has any questions, please let me know. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a great week.